on blast.
Webby, follow me here. A kid on Instagram puts out a picture that says it says three elite two-way players, but don't elevate a team quite like LeBron and Steph due to their playmaking slash leadership deficiencies. And the image is of Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, and Anthony Davis. So this person puts this up on Instagram and says thoughts, agree, or disagree. Now, one of the people to respond to this is Kevin Durant. Now, Webby, I'm going to ask you a question here. Why on earth is Kevin Durant responding to kids on Instagram? Because as we get into this, we see these DMs going back and forth. And if we start at the very beginning, we see one where Kevin Durant is talking to the kid and calls him like a bootleg Stephen A. Smith or something like that.
Which was a good burn.
Right? And Durant says, I get it. You obviously want people to respond to it, so I did. If you can't respect it, then, and then puts the shrug emoji, right? Did you tag all of your followers in the post? You wanted me to view it, and I did. So the kid's trying to explain himself and says, I respect your game and understand that you're the greatest scorer I've ever seen, but I just don't think you can lead a team like Steph and LeBron. Doesn't mean you're not the best 1v1 player in basketball. It means that I don't think... Basically just saying he's not a good leader, to which Durant actually responds to this kid and says, nah, buddy, you're like 12. Your opinion will not be used as any motivation. Y'all got people thinking that since I get buckets in the NBA, I'm too big and famous to be a black man at 7 p.m. on a Tuesday scrolling through Instagram. LOL, y'all are too funny. I like Instagram. I like basketball. You gots to be tripping if I'm not going to chime in every here and there. LOL. Ha.
Yeah, so reading this was a little, it kind of put into what Durant is about in a little more positive light for me. I was really one of these people who was really down on Durant for hopping on people's and creating the fake accounts, things like that. But man, this is how you do it. Because I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what, man. He made that kid's life. 100%. That is something that kid will never forget, ever, ever, ever. All right? And just the fact that Durant even calls himself out on it, he's like, listen, I'm just a guy on 7 p.m. going through Instagram. Every once in a while I'll drop in and tell you that you're bullshit here or there. I think that's awesome. And I think I think it's a lot better than what he was doing with the fake accounts and saying, "Oh, why don't you lay off Kevin Durant?" I think it's so much more real, so much more honest, and so much funnier that it's just him. Like, "Hey, buddy, just wanted to say that you're dumb for saying this. I don't care that you're 13. You're putting this out here and you're putting my name on it. Of course, I'm going to look and I'm going to call you out." I think it's great.
So here's the thing. I feel like we're grading this on a sliding scale, right? So I've heard this where people said exactly what you just said, Webby, that, hey, this is better than what he was doing when he was making up the fake Twitter accounts and responding to people. And while I agree, this is just a different level of lame. Because why are you responding and going back and forth, especially once you find out that the kid is like 17 years old, like a little kid? Why are you going back and forth and actually arguing with a kid on Instagram?
No,
that makes no sense.
No, that's even better.
What do you have to gain out of this?
That's even better. It'd be weirder if it was like a 40-year-old man, or even if he was responding to something that Stephen A. Smith or Colin Cowherd said. I think it's way cooler that he did it with this 13-year-old kid. You know what we got to do, Shelley, is that when you post this on Instagram, you've got to at Kevin Durant. You got to. You got to. Does Kevin Durant have a SoundCloud page? Because if he does, we got to tag him. That would be the coolest thing. It would be the coolest thing.
Oh, man. Here's the thing I don't understand, though, Webby. This is what I don't get, okay? If you're going back and forth with people, right, to call them out and tell them they're wrong, and you're calling them trolls, isn't this just encouraging more trolls to come at you?
That's a good point, is because now in this day and age that we live in, now everybody who posts anything is going to at Kevin Durant, right? Just because it happened with this kid and the amount of coverage that it got. So, yes, I do agree with you, but I think that I still think that in this case, I think it's really cool of Durant. I think that it really makes him a little more normal and makes that behavior, like, I understand it a little more. He should have just been doing this all the time as Kevin Durant, just being like, hey, I see you're talking shit. It's Kevin Durant. I just wanted to tell you that you're wrong. Have a great day.
Okay, so I got an idea for you, Webby. This just came to me, and I'm definitely going to @ Kevin Durant with this whole conversation we're having right now because I have an idea for him. And so when they do this, I want to see if they credit the Ball on Blast podcast, because here's what he really should be doing, right? Because, hey, I love Instagram too. I understand, hey, we spend a lot of our time now in 2018 scrolling through comments on Instagram, going to the next thing over and over again. I totally understand that. But if that's what you're interested in doing and you like interacting with the fans, what Kevin Durant should do every once in a while is, we know that they're all trying to come up with their own different media outlets, right? Like, I think Kevin Durant was trying to push his YouTube channel. We know LeBron has the Uninterrupted, right? So here's what Kevin Durant should do. He should do his own, basically, Jimmy Kimmel reads mean tweets segment. That's what Kevin Durant should do each and every week.
And he should do it on Instagram Live.
He does it on Instagram, and he just reads people's comments that they send to him each and every week, and he just, gets to go back at them and make all these videos every week where, I don't know what you call it, KD's mean tweets. I don't know. KD in the comments, and he just reads all the people that add him, and he goes back at them. Maybe he hires a comedian on the side that's a writer for him, that, like, he has an intern that gets all the tweets for him, and he has, like, witty responses. So by the time he tapes the video,
and here's what he's got to do.
Him reading the comment.
He's got to be consistent with it. So it's like every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, you're going to get the Instagram story that's going to go on for 5 minutes of Durant just roasting people.
Exactly.
It would be great. It would be something that would catch on so quick. And just like that, you would see other athletes start to catch on and start to do this and take their image and their message into their own hands.
Here's the thing. KD in his feelings, KD in his comments, something like that.
KD
I don't know.
In his feelings is really funny. I don't know if he'd go with that, but KD in his comments would probably, you could probably get away with that.
Well, you have to have fun with it, right? You'd have to have fun with it. And I see this turning into something that he could do with his teammates. Maybe each week, every once in a while, he'll bring on one of his teammates.
And somebody is roasting Clay about, like, China or whatever.
Exactly, right? We just gave Kevin Durant a content idea.
That's why we're going to add him. We're going to add him.
We're going to add him on this. Kevin Durant, we got an idea for you. I think this could work. KD in his feelings, where he just reads people's comments and roasts them on Twitter. I think that would be hilarious.
He could even get real with it. If somebody was like, I don't think Kevin Durant could hold a candle to, or I don't think that he's got what it takes to become the greatest scorer ever in the NBA. And then if he was able to, like, really break down on why he disagrees with that point, makes him salient, intelligent points about that would be cool too, man. I would I want to see.
See, I go the other way.
Obviously, you want it to be fun. First of all.
Yeah, I like fun things. And I just picture Kevin Durant reading all the, like, wild shit that people post in his comments and just savaging people back.
It's great.
I think that would be hilarious. KD, there you go. Don't say we never did anything for you, KD.
Yeah, don't say we don't love you.
On blast.